All right, guys, this is May updates. I call them the lockdown updates, the quarantine. Our governor, Abbott, has opened up the state of Texas starting today when this video is out. Well, the bad part about that is our mayor, San Antonio, has extended it to the 18th of May. But we're going to try to go back today. Actually, when you're seeing this video, we'll be on our way out to Converse, where we were hitting. We've been hitting for the last 2-3 years, and they're not a part of San Antonio, and maybe they've opened up the fields there. Try to get some BP in, start these reviews back up. A lot of you guys have been asking questions about them, and maybe do a Facebook Live on the Eastons, because I think that's going to be the next review coming out. The DeMarinis are put on hold because I'm excited about where I'm going to put those. So, and a lot of you guys are reading way too far into those those behind the scenes videos I have coming out with us hitting them. But I think the behind the scenes videos are pretty good. I think a lot of you guys are watching them, and it kind of explains how we do things. Well, one thing that I need to clarify in the video that a lot of you guys will take something and take it out of context is that the Larry Carter, y'all guys think that I'm saying in performance-wise the Larry Carter is as good as the JB. It is not as good as JB. I think in the video that you guys were thinking about, I said it compares to the swinging weight of the JB. So I was talking about, you know, the Larry Carter is no longer a mid-load, it's actually a light end load. The Denny in the DeMarinis is more of like a where I can say you guys would understand it would be a full ounce end load, which I don't believe in that shit, and half ounce end load in the Larry. So it's not really a mid load on the Larry. And when I compared it, the weights to JB, a lot of you guys think I'm comparing the performance. I'm not. I swing, because I have been swinging the JB at the beginning of the year a lot. I've got over 1,600 swings on it. So I have swung that a lot, and when I walked right into the Larry, I liked the Larry because I was used to the swinging weight. So a lot of you guys took that as the Larry was going to be ranked way up there and as good as the JB. It is not as good as JB. Larry Carter will be up there, but just not where the JB's at. The Denny is a good bat. I've gotten, on every bat that we've swung with the DeMarini, we've had seam separation, and it doesn't bother me, guys. Don't, you know, because all these bats that are coming out nowadays, 2019, 2020, next year, I guarantee a lot of those bats are going to have seam separations, and it's just the bat is breaking in, it's flexing. So what happens if you got a seam separation, paint separation from the decal that they put on there? So the problem that I have with that is if we were playing these big tournaments and somebody inspects the bat, they might think it's a crack and kick it out. SPA, Deere Dalton did that to a lot of Adidas bats that had that seam separation. They were kicking those bats out, and it really just wasn't seam separation, wasn't cracked. So what's going to happen going forward with that, I have no idea. If they're even going to get educated in knowing a seam, the difference between a seam and a crack. But DeMarini's getting seam separations. I've gotten text messages, emails about the DeMarinis cracking early. We cracked one week and a half ago. Bubba cracked it. Imagine that, Bubba cracked it. And it had about 325 swings on it. It was a Denny 26 ounce. I think it was a 26. It was a Denny, I know that. And he got a big sharp tooth and it collapsed one side of the bat. Now, I get phone calls, and like I was talking about, I get phone calls and emails from people saying that they're cracking theirs pretty early. One guy cracked it in 100 swings. I don't know. I haven't finished the review, so I don't know if that's a problem. And the reason that I haven't finished a lot of these reviews because, you know, for one, Billy's been working late. Bubba. He owns his own company. Because of this virus, he's having to hire a bunch of people and get them out there doing deliveries for HEB here in San Antonio. So he hasn't been to a lot of them. I'd like for everybody to be there whenever I finish these reviews, get a lot of BP in, get their opinions on everything. And I want to take my time because I like the bat. I think the bat performs very well. Now, if it has a durability issue, I need to say that too at the end whenever I finish my reviews, and I will. Going right into the Easton, the Ron Parnell. Disappointed in the hand weight of the Ron Parnell. It's got a big end load and got big hand weight, which turns that bat in mainly like a mid load. It calls it the mother load. It doesn't. It shouldn't call it the mother load. I'm going to finish that review before I finish the DeMarinis. I can tell you that right now, because that's the bat we have been swinging for the last couple of weeks when we have been hitting. The problem, it's just, having the opportunity to have a pitcher there for me is a big thing. If you guys watch the videos, you understand what I'm talking about, behind the scene videos that are coming up. It's hard. Bubba pitches to me, so if he doesn't show up, I either have Billy or Larry pitching to me. Trey pitches very well, but Trey owns a construction company and he owns a couple other companies, so he's constantly on conference calls and doing shit. So it's just so hard to get everybody together. That's the reason we've been so behind. But hopefully tomorrow we'll be hitting at Converse and they'll let us stay there and hit, because it's not part of San Antonio. And we can finish the reviews up. The Easton will be coming out next. I'm kind of looking at this right now. I want to throw something in there. You guys remember the Mag 7 that I had, and they wobbled, and I sent them back. I sent them back a month and 3 weeks ago. And I have been getting, I was talking to Bobby Gilbert about that today. I have been getting, excuse me, I've been getting phone calls and text messages from people saying they've got their bat back. And they sent theirs in a month ago and they just got it back and it's crooked. So they went ahead and sent it back in again. And he actually showed me the email that he got from Mike, and it wasn't, the lady was saying we don't return these bats, they're non-warranty, and you sent us a brand new bat back, because they sent them a brand new bat. He sent them in a brand new bat, and they're trying to say that talk to your rep, because this is a brand new bat, talk to your rep. So Mike is actually telling him to go to his rep, and luckily his rep is going to take care of it for him. The rep's going to give him a Johnny Bailey for that bat, which is a damn good choice. So I got excited about that and wanted to know what was going on with Mike, and so I called him up, and they informed me that they're closed down. They're not giving any bats back. And I said, well, that's not right here, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, I've got to wait till they reopen after the long conversation with them, and then they're going to have the bat inspected, because it's been sitting in their warehouse for a month and a half, and I guess it's in a line, so they're going to inspect it, and then they're going to let me know what they're going to do with it, and then if they're going to return it or whatever. That's what she told me. But the inspectors are not even in there to give me 2 other bats back. So until they open up Minnesota, I think, and put them back to work, I've got to wait for my Mag 7s. They're going to come back, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to roll them, videotape them. Then if they're straight, going to take them out and start hitting them again. And then every 100 swings, we're going to roll them again and videotape it, and kind of go through the same old shit with them to check to see if they're bending from the factory or they're bending as we hit them, to find out everything. But that's a review I'm going to actually stick on, and I'm going to do a lot of hitting with those bats, because there's people out there hitting them and say they're fire and they're hot, and I just want to see for myself. Onyx bats. About 2 months ago, I had informed Onyx that I needed heavier bats because the bats that I got from them were too light, and I wasn't getting the performance. And I can usually tell if the bat's not loaded right or need more weight, that we need more weight, that I need to go up a little bit to get some of that mass, some ass, to get the performance on the barrel. So I requested that. I have not heard from them yet. The orange two-piece bats, the balance bats, were hotter than started off really hot, hotter than the Bama bat. And we started getting a seam separation on it, a straight line, like the y'all guys remember the Adidas would get that straight line in it, that seam. Onyx bat did the same thing, but it was a bigger one because I think the paint that they added onto it was a little bit different paint. So you kind of got like a bigger crack, but it was a straight crack, and they're fire. I've got 2 of them sitting in the garage, and they're hot. And I like swinging those bats, but it's a mid-load kind of. I call it a mid-load. They call it a balance, just because of the weights. I have got a lot of videos. I'm gonna kind of jump down at the bottom. I've got videos coming out about workouts, nutrition, fasting, just talking about what you guys should be doing during the day. You should be getting out in the sun for one. Get at least 15-20 minutes of sun a day on you. Get that vitamin D, and plus it's good for you. The nutrition stuff. Wow. The supplements that you need to be taking. I'm going to kind of get a little further into that. I have this video there. I just need to publish it, and it's the talking about inflammation, and talk about. I want to get into a lengthy video, talk about fasting. I fast at least once a week, and I fast anywhere from 18 to 24 hours. I don't eat anything. I just drink water, and I want to tell you the benefits of that. So that's going to be a whole separate video too. A lot of you guys are talking about my GoPro, and I can understand why. Is because when I do these behind the scenes, there's a lot of wind noise, and we're just talking. But you have to understand the thing about us guys. We're not scripted. What you see is what you get. We don't go play to the camera. We don't joke for the camera. We kind of rip on. And you can tell the way we talk to each other, kind of like friends. We don't have, this is what we're going to do and this is what we're going to talk about. We don't do that shit. So it's kind of hard when we're talking away from the camera and there's wind and you can't hear us. I understand what you're saying, but we're not thinking about that first. We're thinking about analyzing something, analyzing a bat or a swing, something like that. But to fix that, what I have done, GoPro does not come with a noise, a filter, like a filter for the wind. The newer GoPros do. The GoPro 6 and 7, I think I have a 4 and I have a 3. So the 6 and 7, you can actually has a little button you can push on it and it gets rid of the noise. I actually have to make a little, it's like those little, what do they call them? It's like a dampener that you can actually tie a rubber band around and you set it up on top. I've actually found out where the microphone was at. So I've got to make something to put on that, and I'm going to try it out tomorrow when I take my GoPro. Maybe that's going to get rid of a lot of the noise. I cannot do anything about the planes that are flying over because the Converse where we hit, it is actually right next to Randolph Air Force Base, so they do a lot of training there. So I can't do nothing about that. I got a phone call about 3 days ago telling me about the new Suncoast bats that are coming out. From what I can gather, they're sending them away to get certified, checked out, make sure they're ready to run, and then I'm going to be sent some of those to get out and start swinging. I don't know when. They never gave me a date. And I haven't been told this, but this is what I'm thinking. Since they already have the 2-piece, they're going to be the 1-piece bats, 12-inch, and probably the 13-inch 1-piece. I do not know if it's going to be the same handle. It's going to have a tackified grip on the barrel, that tackified feel. I do not know any of that. They just said, hey, Dave, be ready because we're going to send you, some bats. I want you to test them out. I want you to do a review on them, and just give us your honest opinion. Is basically what they told me. So I don't know, don't ask, and don't send me all these text messages, because there's a lot of them I don't get to, guys, and I'm sorry for that, but it's just a lot of shit that I'm doing, and when you guys text me, and I try to get to them. Here's the deal too, you guys send me a question and I don't answer you, it's not because I'm just blowing you off. I'm really not. I'm just writing that question down, kind of like I do here, and I'm going to put it on a question and answers video, and I'm going to put it out there and answer your question on a video. I love doing that because nothing gets mixed up. There's no Dave told me this, you know, there's no miscommunication, because you always get that when you talk to people on the phone or on, you know, text message or emails. There's always that miscommunication you get, so that people can actually go to a video and actually watch it, and they can see what I have to say about the thing. Anything that you guys ask me. I've got a tape video coming out this week. I've got a hand grip video. I was going to do it yesterday I was going to do it, but Billy did not show up. Me and Bubba were there, so I want to talk about hand positions on the way we grip bats. Y'all guys, a lot of you guys were talking about Billy, the way he grips a bat, and wanting to know why he grips it that way, or lining up the knuckles, and what I think about that, and how you were taught back in the old days, line up the knuckles for baseball, and just give you guys our theory on what we think about that stuff. There's a lot of other videos coming out. I think I'm done with this. The main thing, guys, is be safe. I don't think I talked about that. Reno has been canceled, and if I talked about that at the beginning of the video, because this video is 16, it's going to be 17 minutes long. Reno has been canceled. I don't know when it's been pushed back, so we are not playing in the month of May, but I will be doing a bunch of hitting in the month of May, getting ready for June. Smokies have not been canceled yet, and I think that's in the first weekend of June that we're going to be at the Smokies. We have talked about, if they are canceled, that we are going to jump right into maybe U-Trip, Smokies, and kind of mix them in there. I sure hope that they try to get caught up on a lot of these videos. Hope they get caught up on a lot of these tournaments that are coming out, because I sure would like to get in a lot of playing time. I know you guys are chomping at the bit for that too, but I'm ready to play. I've been out hitting. I hope, like I talked to, I sent a group. We have group texts on all of our team, and we have 60s and 55s, and I kind of group text everybody today, hoping that you guys come in fat, because I'm gonna rip your ass. You guys come in 20 pounds overweight, I'm gonna be mad. And it's usually gonna happen because everybody's been staying home and not really getting it. I know you guys, a lot of guys out there that can't get out and hit, but I see the videos. You guys are out hitting on tees and stuff. You know, I just do something. Get out. I mean, if you guys can, I'm not saying get out, and if you guys have a underlying condition, stay in the freaking house, stay safe. But if you don't, get out and get some sunlight, do some yard work, you know, just 20-30 minutes a day. And then that's what I do. You know, I'll get outside, do stuff around the house, working on the sprinkler system today, making sure it works. Just to get out, took my shirt off. You know, we shag balls today, took my shirt off, got some sun. Make sure I stay up with all my supplements. That's another thing too, guys, but that's a totally different video I'm going to talk to you guys about. But guys, the main thing is take care of yourself and be safe, and I'll see you guys next month. Thanks.